My name is Amanda Schlachter, and I think one of the things that about me that I want people to know is that I think that I'm passionate about whatever I'm really involved in, and I care. Well, I think what I love about Sarasota is that it's a small town and yet a big town. And so what I mean by that is there's the small town feel of I can get around easily. Everywhere I go in Sarasota, I run into somebody that I know, whether it be a coffee shop or the yoga studio or Whole Foods. So I kind of have that constant sense of being in community. And yet, there's a lot of different things happening here. I mean, there's everything from the museums to the beaches to going out to Mayaca. And there's a lot of people here that are very forward-thinking. Yeah, it's funny. I've been really blessed in Sarasota to have this wide range of an artistic career, that's what I mean is so amazing about Sarasota is you can do multiple things. If I were to say what makes me most passionate, and I think once again it goes back to that idea of connection and collaboration. And so I think my life is really dedicated to how do I as an individual become as whole as I can be and as available so that I can actually be able to work with others, connect with others. And then I think for me, art is a lot about healing and a way to help people to sort of expand their consciousness. So whether I'm teaching and I'm teaching movement, or I'm directing and I'm working with actors who want to evolve, I'm always constantly focused on that. And ultimately, it always is about collaboration. My connection with God is interesting because I think it has completely evolved and continues to evolve. When I moved to New York when I was 18 years old, and I think that was where my questing started. I was living in New York City and I was training to be an actress, and all of these classes sort of constantly pointed to spirituality and safety and the freedom to really explore. So that was where it started in New York, and I laughed because I say I bought out like the spiritual section of Barnes & Noble. I was just so hungry to understand. I think a lot about God for me is about opening up and seeing what's around me and being willing to find and see God in what's happening in my life. So it's almost a shift in consciousness a little bit because I've really sought out like the high experience. And I've found now a lot of it is that sense of good orderly direction. It's being connected just in my life in a very simple, human, basic way. If I could ask anything, it would be that humans as a general whole, we would start to really seek to understand each other and connect versus be right or be wrong, get my point across, that's where I think if we could start there. I always think if world leaders before they got together could do 20 minutes of silent meditation or yoga just to get quiet and then make their decisions about the world, or in my mind, I guess, because I've done so many like acting workshops where you're encouraged and asked to connect with one another. And in that process, it gets very hard to judge the person across from you because you start to see them and you see their frailties and you start to understand. And usually after those sorts of workshops, people are extremely available and they're extremely connected, and there's a sense of peace because there's this compassion that starts to seep in. And I would love for Congress to have to do that every day before they go and make the decisions based on our world. I think it would be miraculously different.